everybody. Welcome back to Home Gym Hacks and Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing this little guy right here, the Titan Fitness Seated Stationary Bench. Let's get to it. My latest piece from Titan arrived today. It's the Seated Stationary Bench. It arrived in pretty good condition. There is a little bit of damage on one side, so I'll have to make sure that nothing fell out. It's a very small box. It only weighs 42 pounds and it's 35 by 20 by 9. It looks like everything is in pretty good condition. This is not one of the most impressive packing jobs that I've seen from Titan. My seated leg curl leg extension looked a lot better than this. But overall, I think it made the shipment to my house without sustaining any damage. I was less worried about the quality of the frame for this purchase and more worried about the quality of the pads. And to be honest, they're not that bad. They feel decently dense. The back of them, however, feels like a pretty flimsy backing. Here is everything out of the box and everything looks like it's in great condition. The frame consists of 3 pieces. There is a support plate, an unmarked bag of hardware. Here's the instructions. Unfortunately, I have to go online to figure out how to put this thing together, but it shouldn't be too hard. This frame is 11 gauge steel. The logo was painted on a little lopsided. Here are the wheels to make transporting it easier. And these rubber pieces that fit over the frame are not exactly sealed on there very well, so I could glue those on if it got on my nerves. Step 1 is connecting these 2 pieces of the frame with the 2 longest bolts that are provided. Initially, when I saw one of my washers, I was like, uh-oh, it's bent, but they're intentionally bent this way so that they'll mold to the support plates. Step 2 is putting on both of these pads, and both pads are only held on by 2 bolts. Definitely not the prettiest welding job I've ever seen. Step 3 was feeding those bolts from the bottom up, and here's the finished product. This bench offers a pretty compact design as it's only 31 inches wide, 41 inches deep. The seat is 18 inches high, and the back seat is 36 inches high. There's a 1-year warranty on the frame. The pads are vinyl. It sells for $150. I used my loyalty points and knocked $15 off the price. On Titan's website, this is listed as a new piece, but Titan carried this in white, and they're calling it new now that they switched over to black. And I'm actually glad they switched over to black, as basically everything in my gym is black. This bench weighs 38 pounds, and it has a max weight capacity of 330 pounds. It moves around very easily with those wheels, and I wanted an upright bench because my old school incline bench over there doesn't go fully upright. My PowerTech flat incline decline bench I keep connected directly to the Smith machine. So I wanted an upright bench that I could pull into my functional trainer, that I could pull over there next to the lever gym, and that I could pull into the squat rack quickly and easily. When I placed the order for this bench, I knew that I would be buying a $150 bench. I did not expect this bench to be the same quality as one of Rhodes' benches. Titan's customer service has always impressed me. Granted, some of this is automated, but as soon as I placed the order, I got a confirmation email. After that, about a day later, I got an email saying that it was being picked up from the warehouse. A couple of days after that, I got an email saying that it was going to be delivered the next day. And then finally, I got an email saying that it had been delivered. So basically, I had eyes on this thing the whole way it was making its way to me. And what I like about Titan's customer service, if there was an issue with this, I would be able to contact them and they would either send me a brand new one or they would send me replacement parts, and they would do that very quickly. And if they couldn't meet any of those needs, they would just knock 10% off the price of the purchase. I'm 5'9" and the height of this bench fits me perfectly. The seat's not so low where my knees are up in my throat like I'm a grasshopper, and the seat's not so high where I feel like my feet are dangling off the side of a building. I'm not sure if you can tell over the video, but this seat is lopsided. It's angled down a little bit. I'm not too worried about that though. The bench will rock up a little bit if you're trying to do upright chest presses. If I wanted to, I could put a heavy dumbbell down there on the frame, but it still works pretty good. I put together a training montage using this bench. Check it out. I knew I was getting a $149 upright bench. I did not expect this thing to move mountains. I had my expectations exactly where they should be. With that being said, this piece is okay. I don't think the frame is the weak link here. I think the pads are the weak link. There is a 330-pound weight capacity for this bench, so if I weigh 200 pounds, that means I only have 130 pounds to spare. So if you're someone who's overhead pressing 225 pounds for reps and you weigh 225, this probably isn't the bench for you. If Titan spent an extra $25 or $50 putting decent pads on this bench, I think it would be a very solid piece and I would recommend it highly. I just don't think over time that these pads are going to hold up very well. And at some point, I'll probably have to refurbish these. I hope you found this review helpful. If so, please consider liking the video. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, please consider becoming one. You can also find me on Instagram under Home Gym Hacks and Reviews. Take care, everyone.